Disaster for Trump as Michelle Obama could replace Joe Biden as presidential candidate. Donald Trump is ahead of Joe Biden in opinion polls to become U.S. president, but former First Lady Michelle Obama could spoil the Republicans' hopes. Joe Biden could be replaced by former First Lady Michelle Obama on the ticket to become the U.S. next president, spelling potential disaster for Donald Trump. Senior Republicans have warned. It followed increasing clamor by Democrats against the 81-year-old president's bid to serve a second term after a bombshell report found his significant limitations in his memory. In a Justice Department investigation into Mr. Biden's handling of classified documents, Special Counsel Robert Hall found that he struggled to remember when he was vice president or when his son died. When the U.S. president angrily defended himself on Thursday, saying his memory was fine, he erroneously confused Mexico and Egypt when talking about the Middle East. It was not his first blunder last week. On Wednesday, he twice confused former German Chancellor Angela Merkel for her predecessor, Helmut Kohl, when recounting a discussion during a G7 in 2021. And that followed an earlier gaffe when he misremembered the name of French President Emmanuel Macron instead of referring to Francois Mitterrand. Though the report was branded as politically motivated by Vice President Kamala Harris, polls are showing that the president's state of mind is becoming an increasing concern with voters. Michelle Obama could pose a threat to Donald Trump's bid to retake the White House. In an NBC poll released on Tuesday before the recent revelation, 76% of voters and 54% of Democrats said they had concerns about Mr. Biden's physical and mental health during his second term. Dean Phillips, the only Democrat to stand against Biden, won, already facing the lowest approval number in modern history and losing in each of the key battle states. This report has all but handed the 2024 election to Donald Trump if Joe Biden remains a Democrat nominee, and invited fellow Democrats to face the truth. One source with intimate knowledge of Biden's campaign told the Sunday Express, "This raises a number of questions as to what Jill Biden's motivation is to keep her husband running, and she plays a huge part. She is calling the shots, is his closest confidant and caretaker. There are many people who feel that Biden has played his part, performed his duty, and he should be living with his partner winter years in retirement in his mansion in Delaware. If she were to tell him it was time to step down, I think he would listen to her." Mr. Biden wouldn't have played well for his 77-year-old Republican. Alright, but he said he was not sure whom to blame for the supposed disparity of justice. "I don't know if it is Biden," Mr. Trump said, "because I'm not sure he knows he's alive." Earlier, he lashed out at a president who cannot put two sentences together and is in charge of a nuclear warfare and pledged, "World War III, it will never happen to me." If the election were held today, twice impeached Mr. Trump, who is viewed by many Democrats as an existential threat to American democracy, would be the clear favorite to win, leading Biden by 2 points in a one-on-one match and by 5 when independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is included. But Mr. Trump's fortunes could wane, worrying Republicans if Mr. Biden is dumped. In a Friday message, Trump rival and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley said, I have long said the first party to retire its 80-year-old candidate will win the White House. Democrats appear on their way to doing just that. Trump would get crushed by Democrats with the polls. Senior sources in the Republican Party have told the Sunday Express that they were braced for big changes. It is absolutely possible that we could have 2 new names on the Democrat ticket. This has been leaked by Democrats themselves, said one. The DNC is in a critical situation. The big question is where there will even be a debate after the primaries are over. How can you have someone who, in the legal business, How can you have someone who, in a legal document, is said to have memory issues debating someone who doesn't? I know that several high-profile Democrats have already said they have to dump Biden, and this would even put pressure on them to visit that decision. The very unpopular Ms. Harris is only on the ticket, say Republicans, because the Democratic Party is a party of identity politics that needs to stem the hemorrhaging of African American support. But there is an alternative waiting in the wings that could represent a real challenge for Mr. Trump. The only way to satisfy this is to replace Harris' spot with another black woman in the top spot. What other black woman is there with great approval, rating, name recognition, and a link to a popular presidency in which Joe Biden also happened to serve as Vice President? Michelle Obama. Running mates could include California Governor or the popular governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. This is why many people in the Republican Party did not want as a top nominee, said the source. He has been on the wait for 3 cycles, and the only person he can forcibly beat is me. If Biden goes, it may be over for Trump. So the thing is, from the beginning here, we are seeing that Michelle Obama is coming out to run. All right. Now, this whole issue now that is going on, this issue, disaster for Trump, I'm just hearing for the first time that Michelle Obama is going to come out even after her husband has run for presidency. This is interesting. Let her replace him to avoid the coming Third World War. If you look at what is happening in Ukraine, Gaza, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, you will agree that Mr. President is no longer in control. Health-wise and age-wise is not on your side. And, the earlier he is replaced, the better for the world peace. Okay. Please bring Michelle. Very easy for Trump to win, but that is not just possible. Biden will still contest with his poor mental health and ratings. All right. Weak Democrats bringing an arrogant devil, Michelle Obama, to run a female president is laughable and disgusting. Anything Obama should be obliterated from the face of the earth, and perhaps the Obamas are the globalists. If mistakenly Michelle Obama emerges as a president, I am sorry, she's going to work against Israel, because already Barack Obama and wife are in support of Hamas. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.